sometimes our taste changes and we either like a bottle that we didn't like or we don't like a bottle that we did like. Hi friends, I'm Laura, this is Troy, we're Baker Drinks, and we've got 6 bottles that we changed our mind on, one way or the other.
Yeah, I mean, everybody probably at some point or another has experienced this. A bottle that they thought they hated or they used to hate, and then they try it somewhere else and they're like, oh, that's really good. What is that? Oh my God, I thought I hated that bottle. Or the opposite, you loved it, you put it on the shelf and you start drinking other things and you come back to it and it's not as good as you remember. Everybody's experienced that at one point. These are ours.
So the first bottle on the list, we didn't used to like rye whiskey. This isn't a rye whiskey, but it tasted like it to us. And that's the Four Roses Small Batch Select. This one, when we first tried it, it was like toothpaste and just all these, I think we even got dill, all these flavors that just really were not pleasant to us at the time.
You ever brush your teeth and then drink orange juice? That's the experience I got off of that bottle. Laura brought it home. She was so excited.
I'm so excited.
There was so much hype about that bottle. Poured it in a glass and I'm like, what did you give me? This is not going in my mouth ever again.
And it took a few times. It took us trying a bunch of rye whiskeys before we lost that flavor, I guess, because then we loved it. And it was a lot more caramel and sweet.
Butterscotch.
And just so good. But the first time we drank it,
it probably sat on the shelf a year before we tried it again, though.
But now, we're fans. Four Roses, love it.
Great bottle. So this is another bottle we picked up due to all the hype around this bottle when we first started watching whiskey reviews. This was like the bottle that everybody's like, if you drink whiskey, you've got to have this in your collection. It's the best thing, price per bottle or, whatever. It's the OGD 114. So the first bottle of this we got, we just had to have because everyone said we had to have it. Poured it in our glass and I'm like, all I get is orange peel and cinnamon.
So much cinnamon. So much cinnamon.
It's so hard to drink. We ended up mixing it in cocktails. Mm-hmm. And then we didn't touch that brand again for probably a good year and a half. And then just on a whim one day I picked it up again. Laura was at work. She came home. I had it poured for her. And she's like, oh, what is this? This is really good. Like it's the OGD 114. And she's like, no way.
Yeah, sometimes things change.
This bottle is so good. I still get that orange peel note.
And cinnamon.
But it's just so much better. Now, this is viscous. I mean, for the money, you're probably not going to find a better whiskey. And for the money, you can mix it. The 114 holds up great in a cocktail. You can sip this neat. You can put it over ice. It's such a versatile bottle. It deserves to be on everybody's bar.
So I've got another one that I really didn't like when we first got it. Again, we bought it because everyone's like, oh, you gotta have this bottle. It's so good. It's so good. That's all I heard. Well, that was the Sagamore Double Oak. And, it definitely was a me issue, okay? I admit it. Sometimes I just don't fit with everyone else. A lot of times the Double Oak, I just get like char and burnt wood and so much of that. Even the 1910, the first time I tried that, I was like, this is so gross. I don't know why people want to drink it. But now my tastes have changed and apparently I align more with everyone else and I get a lot more of the sweetness that people are talking about. And I love this bottle. I do still get that char burnt flavor that was off-putting to me before, but now I like it.
So next on the list, this is a craft distiller. We're from Washington State. This is a big bottle in the whiskey world. And we thought, that's from Washington, we should try it. So I found one of these at the Total Wine, a single barrel, brought it home, I was all excited. I think I paid $80 for it. Took a sip and I'm like, I will never buy another craft whiskey as long as I live. That is disgusting. It's the Woodinville. So just in an effort to get the bottle off the shelf, we kind of forced ourselves to drink it from time to time. And one time I poured it in a glass and I took a sip and I'm like, it's not good. Let's just set it there. And I kind of forgot about it, got busy doing other things. It probably sat there a good 20, 30 minutes. I picked it up and drank it, and it had transformed into a butterscotch bomb. And I was like, oh my God, Laura had already finished hers. I'm like, taste this. She's like, I just finished mine. I don't want to drink yours too. And I'm
That's
like,
what I sound like, obviously.
yeah. I'm like, seriously, you got to try this. And she tasted it. She goes, did you pour yourself something different? Like, no, it just sat out for like a half hour, and that's what it's turned into. And we drank the rest of that bottle pretty quick. We've got like 8 Woodinville bottles on the shelf now.
What? How'd that happen?
What? But seriously, we just like the taste of it now. It's really good stuff. And at first we couldn't stand it. Again, I said I was never buying a craft whiskey again. It ruined all of craft whiskey for me.
From one sip.
From one sip of a Woodinville.
The last one on the list, definitely, it goes the other direction here. I loved this bottle. I mean, we have a lot of them. But then it changed that I prefer other things, and I'm not really reaching for this. And that's the Old Forester single barrel strength. Yes, it's still very good, but I'm definitely not reaching for it. I'm not chasing it. I just think it drinks hot. I get it. A lot of times I do prefer lower proof whiskey, but this one drinks hot for its proof. And so it's kind of changing my opinion that I'd prefer to chase the lower proof versions instead of these barrel proofs.
Yeah, I mean, that's still a great bottle.
Yeah.
It used to be like unicorn status. They're much more widely available these days. I've probably passed up 6 of those in the past year. Just left them on the shelf for someone else because, like Laura said, we got a bunch of them. But we tasted the 100 proof black label, and it is just such a better experience for our palates. I mean, if you're still the proof hound and you love that higher proof stuff, there's nothing wrong with that, more power to you. But the 100 proof is something special. It's so much more balanced. And so that one we used to love, and as Laura said, we just don't reach for it anymore. Last on the list, this is like a tater's dream. Everybody chases this bottle, and when I first got it, I kind of understood. It's the Elmer T. So when I picked this up, it was retailing for about $35, $37, definitely under $40. I found it in Washington here, and I think I paid $57 for it at a local store out the door.
Great price.
Brought it home. We were so excited. We poured it in the glass. It was like green apples and caramel and honey and just all these great fruity flavors. I went back the next day because he had 2 of them and I was going to get the backup. And he's like, $150.
The next day, same store.
I'm like, what? What happened?
What?
He's like, I didn't know what it was when I sold it to you yesterday. I'm like, all right, well, you can keep the one for $150. We've since got a backup, but again, nothing we're chasing at all. This bottle literally has came in dead last in every blind we've ever put it in. So we've put this in blinds with other Buffalo Trace products. We've put it in blinds with other 90 proof products. I think literally the only bottle this has ever beat was the Traveler. It's just not good. I mean, there's a reason why this was a $35 to $37 MSRP bottle, because that's where it belongs. And It's very one note, it's very basic, it's thin, it's not complex. So if you're out there looking for one of these and they've got it on the shelf for $100, $200, $300, do not waste your money on it. You will be sadly disappointed. You know, I paid $57 for this like 3 years ago, 3.5 years ago, and I'm still mad that I paid that much for it. It's just not good, guys. Definitely not worth the hype, not worth the up price. So don't waste your money.
Thanks for watching. Please let us know what bottles you changed your mind on, whether you liked it now and you hated it, or you hate it now and you liked it before. We'd love to hear them. We love to reply to your comments. So please like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you again soon. Cheers.
Finny boy, your timing is perfect.